from Dr. Griggs.
The doctor. Let her come. Let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
What does the doctor say, child?
Dr. Griggs, he bid me come and tell you, sir, that he cannot discover no medicine for it in his books.
Well, then he must search on.
Aye, sir. He had been searching in his books since he left you, sir. But he bid me tell you that you might look to unnatural things for the cause of it.
No! No. There'll be no unnatural causes here. Tell him I've sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and Mr. Hale will surely confirm that. Let him look to his medicine and put out all thought of unnatural causes. There'll be none.
Aye, sir. He bid me tell you.
Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir. I pray for her.
Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft's all about. I think it'd be best if you go down and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed full of people. I'll sit with her.
Tell them what? That my daughter and my niece I discovered dancing like heathen in the forest?
We did dance, Uncle. Let you tell them I confessed it. Were they speaking of witchcraft? Betty's not witched.
Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you have not been open with me. What did you do with her in the forest?
We did dance, Uncle. And when you leapt out of the bush so suddenly, Betty was frightened, and she fainted. And that's the whole of it.
Child, sit you down.
I would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly.
Now look, you child. I've no desire to punish you. That will come in its time. But if you traffic with spirits in the forest, I must know of it. For surely my enemies will, and they'll ruin me with it.
But we never conjured spirits.
Then why could she not move herself since midnight? This child is desperate. The truth must come out, Abigail. My enemies will bring it out. Do you understand that I have many enemies?
I know it, Uncle.
There's a faction here that has sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand that?
I think so, sir.
And now, just now, in the midst of such disruption, I discovered my household to be the home of some obscene practice. Abominations are done in the forest.
But it were only sport, Uncle.
I saw Tituba waving her arms over the fire when I came upon you. Why was she doing that? And I heard a screeching and gibberish coming from her mouth.
She always sings her Barbados songs, and we dance.
Abigail, I cannot blink what I saw, for surely my enemies will not. I saw a dress lying in the grass.
A dress?
Aye, a dress, and I thought I saw someone naked running through the trees.
No one was naked, Uncle. You mistaken.
I saw it! Now tell me true, Abigail. Now my ministry's at stake. My ministry and perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abominations you have done in the forest, give me all of it now, for I dare not be taken unaware when I go before them down there.
There is nothing more. I swear it, Uncle.
Abigail, I have fought here for 3 long years to pin these stiff-necked people to me. And now, just now, there must be some good respect for me in the parish. You compromise my very character. I've given you a home, child. I put clothes upon your back. Now give me an upright answer. Your name in the town. It is entirely white, is it not?
Why, I think so, sir. There'd be no blush about my name.
Abigail, is there any other reason than you have told me for Goody Proctor discharging you? It has troubled me that you are now 7 months out of their house and no other family has called you for your services.
They want slaves, not such as I. Let them send to Barbados for that. I will not black my face for any of them.
No, I cannot have anyone. Goody Putnam,
It is a marvel. It is surely a stroke of hell upon you.
Goody Putnam, why are you?
How high did she fly? How high?
No, she never flew.
Why, sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn and come down light as a bird, he says.
Look, you Goody Putnam, she never. Good morning, sir. It is a providence the thing is out now. It is a providence. What's out, sir? What's?
Look, you Anne. Her eyes is closed.
But that's strange. Ours is open.
Your little Ruth is sick.
I do not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death, you know, it's death. Driving into them forked and hoofed.
Or not. How does your child ail?
She ails as she must. She never waked this morning. Her eyes open, and she sees not, hears not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely.
They say you've sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
A precaution only. He has much experience in all demonic arts.
He has indeed, and found a witch in Beverly last year, and let you remember that.
Now, Goody Anne, they only thought that were a witch, and I'd be certain there'd be no element of witchcraft here.
No witchcraft. Now look you, Mr. Paris.
Thomas, I pray you, leap not to witchcraft. I know you least of all would ever wish so disastrous a charge laid upon me. We cannot leap to witchcraft. They will howl me out of Salem for such corruption in my house.
Now look you, Mr. Paris. I have taken your part in all contention here, and would continue, but I cannot if you hold back in this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
But Thomas, you cannot.
Anne! Tell Mr. Paris that you have done.
Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized in the earth. Believe me, sir, you never saw more hardy babies born, and yet each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I have spoken nothing, but my heart has clamored intimations. And now, this year, Ruth, I see her turning strange. A secret child she has become this year, and shrivels like a sucking mouth we're pulling on her life too. And so I thought to send her to your Tituba.
To Tituba? What made Tituba?
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris.
Goody Ann, it is a formidable sin to conjure up the dead.
I take it on my soul. But who else may tell us what person surely murdered my babies?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris. And mark this proof. Mark it. Last night my Ruth were ever so close to their little spirits. I know it, sir. For how else is she struck down now, except some power of darkness would stop her mouth? It is a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris.
Don't you understand it, sir? There is a murdering witch among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make of it what they will. You cannot blink it more.
Then you were conjuring spirits last night.
Not I, sir. Not I. Tituba and Ruth.
Well, now I'm undone.
You are not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you. Declare it yourself. You have discovered witchcraft.
In my house, Thomas? In my house? They will topple me with this. They will make of it a...
Your pardons. I only thought to see how Betty is.
Why'd you bone? Who's with Ruth?
Her grandma comes. She's improved a little, I think. She gave a grand sneeze before.
Ah, there's a sign of life.
Oh, I fear no more, Goody Putnam. It were a grand sneeze, and the like it will shake her wits together, I'm sure.
Would you leave me, Thomas? I would pray a while, alone.
Uncle, you've prayed since midnight. Why do you not go down?
No! No. I'll wait till Mr. Hale arrives.
Now look you, mister. That you strike out against the devil, and the village will bless you for it. Come down, speak with them, pray with them. They are thirsting for your word. Surely you will pray with them.
I have no stomach for disputation this morning. I will lead them in a psalm, but let you speak nothing of witchcraft yet. I will not discuss it. The cause is yet unknown. I've had enough contention since I came here. I want no more.
Mercy, you go home to Ruth now, do you hear?
I'm Mom.
If she goes for the window, call for me at once.
Yes, Uncle.
There's a terrible power in her arms today.
How is Ruth sick?
It's weirdish, I know not. She seemed like a dead one since last night.
Betty. Betty, wake up now. Betty! Betty!
Have you tried beating her? I gave Ruth a good one. Waked her for a minute. Let me have her.
No! They'll be coming out. Now look you. If they be questioning us, tell them we danced. I told them as much already.
Oh, what else?
He saw you naked.
Oh, Jesus. What do we do? The whole village is out.
Oh, what'll we do?
I just come from the farm and the whole country's talking witchcraft. They be calling us witches, Abby.
They be calling us witches, Abby. She means to tell.
I
I
know
know
it.
it.
Tell. Abby, witchery's a hanging there. A hanging. Like they done in Boston 2 years ago. You'll only be whipped for the dancing. And the other things.
Oh, we'll be whipped.
I never done none of it. I only looked.
And you're a great one for looking. Aren't you, Mary Warren?
Betty. Betty. It's Abigail. I'll beat you, Betty! What? Ma, you seem improving. I talked to your papa, so there's nothing.
I want my mama.
What ails you, Betty? Your mama's dead and buried.
I'll find mama. Let me
No,
play.
he knows now. He knows everything.
You didn't play, Abby. You didn't play.
You'll never say that again. You'll never.
You did. You did. You drink a cherry. You shot Proctor's life. You drink a cherry. You killed Proctor.
Shut it! I say shut it! Now look, you, all of you. We danced, and Tituba conjured Ruth Putman's dead sisters, and that is all. And mark this: if either of you breathe a word or an edge of the word about the other things, I will come to you in the black of some terrible night, and I will bring a pointy reckoning that will shudder you. And you know I can do it. I saw Indians smash my dear parents' heads against the pillows next to mine. I have seen some reddish work done at night, and I can make you wish you had never seen the sun go down. Now, Betty, sit up and stop this.
Abby, what's got her? She's gonna die. It's a sin to conjure it. And
I say shut it, Mary Warren!
I was just going home, Mr. Proctor.
You fool.
foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid you leave the house, did I not? Why shall I pay you? I am looking for you more often than my cows.
I only come to see the great doings in the world.
I'll show you a great doing on your arse one of these days. Now get you home. My wife is waiting with your work.
Well, I'd best be off. I have my roots to watch. Good morning, Mr. Proctor.
She's only gotten silly somehow. She'll come out of it.
So she flies, eh? Where are her wings?
Oh, John. Sure, you're not believing she flies.
The road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. The town smuggling witchcraft.
Oh, posh. We were, dancing in the woods, and my uncle leapt in on us. She took fright, is all.
Dancing by moonlight. You'll be clapped in the stocks before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. A soft word.
No, Abby, I've not come for that.
You come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly. I know you better.
I come to see what mischief your uncle's brewing now. Get out of mind, Abby.
John, I'm waiting for you every night.
Put it out of mind. I'll not be coming for you more.
Surely you're sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutched my back behind your house and sweated like a stallion when I come near. I saw your face when she put me out. You loved me then, and you do now.
Abby, that's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing may say wild things. I have seen you since you put me out. I have seen you nights.
I have hardly stepped off my farm this 7 month.
I have a sense for hate, John, and yours has drawn me to my window. Do you mean to tell me you've never looked up at my window?
Perhaps I have.
I know you, John. I know you. I cannot sleep for dreaming. I cannot dream, but I wake and walk about the house as though I find you coming through some door.
Child.
How do you call me child?
Abby. Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hand before I ever reach for you again. You'll put it out of mind, Abby. Never touched.
Aye, but we did.
Aye, but we did not.
Oh, how I marvel how such a strong man that she's a sickly wife.
You'll speak nothing of Elizabeth.
She is blasphemising my name in the village. She's speaking lies about me. She's a cold, sniveling woman, and you bend to her, you turn to her like a...
Do you look for a whipping?
I look for the John Proctor who put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretend Salem was. I never knew the lying lessons. I was taught by all those Christian women and their covenanted men. And now you bid me tear the light out of my eyes? I will not. I cannot. You loved me, John Proctor. And whatever sin it is, you love me yet. John, help me.
Girl, what ails you, girl? Girl, stop that rapping, girl. Stop it.
What happened? What are you doing to her? Betty!
She heard you singing and suddenly she's up and screaming.
The psalm. She cannot bear to the Lord's name.
No, God forbid.
Mark it for a sign. Mark it.
That is a notorious sign of witchcraft. A prodigious sign.
My mother told me that when they cannot bear to the name of...
Come to her, we're lost. She suddenly cannot bear to hear the Lord's name. There was a hard sickness here, Giles Corey, so please to keep the quiet.
I've not said a word. No one here can testify I've said a word. Is she going to fly again? I hear she flies.
Man, be quiet now.
What have you done? Pray, calm yourselves. I have 11 children and 26 times a grandma, and I see them all through their silly seasons. And when I come on them, they will run the double bow-legged keeping up with their mischief. I think she'll wake when she tires of it. A child's spirit's like a child. You can never catch it by running after it, but you must stand still, and for love, it will soon itself come back.
Aye, that's the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered. Rebecca, she cannot eat.
Perhaps she's not hungered yet. Mr. Paris, I hope you're not decided to go in search of loose spirits. I've heard talk of that outside.
A wide opinion's running in the parish that there be devils among us, and I would satisfy them that they are wrong.
Unless you come out and call them wrong. Are you our minister or Mr. Hale? Did you consult the wardens of this church before you sent for this minister to look for devils?
He is not coming to look for devils.
Then what's he coming for?
There be children dying in the village, mister.
I see none dying.
Pray, John, calm yourself. Mr. Paris, you best send for Rebecca as soon as he comes. This will set us all to arguing against society We have got to have peace this year. We ought to rely on Dr. Griggs now and good prayer.
Rebecca, the doctor's baffled.
If so he is, then let us go to God for the cause of it. There is prodigious danger in the seeking of loose spirits. I fear it. I fear it. Let us rather blame ourselves.
How may we blame ourselves? I am one of 9 sons. The Putnam seat have peopled this province, and yet I have but one child left of 8. And now she shrieks.
I cannot fathom that.
You think it God's work that you should never lose a child, nor a grandchild either. And I bury all but one.
When Reverend Hale comes, you will proceed to look for signs of witchcraft here.
You cannot command Mr. Harris. We vote by name in this society, not acreage.
I never heard you so worried on this society, Mr. Proctor. I do not think I saw you at Sabbath meeting since snow flew.
I have trouble enough without I come 5 miles to hear him preach nothing but hellfire and bloody damnation. There are many others who stay away from church these days because he hardly ever talks about God anymore.
That's a drastic charge.
Well, it is somewhat true. There are many who fail to bring their children.
I do not preach for children, Rebecca. It is not children who are unmindful of their obligations towards this ministry. Where's my wood? My contract provides I be supplied with all my firewood, and I'm waiting since November for a stick. And even in November, I just show my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
You are allowed £6 a year to buy your wood, Mr. Paris.
I'm paid little enough that I spend £6 on firewood. The salary is £66, Mr. Proctor. I'm not some preaching farmer with a book under my arm. I'm a graduate of Harvard College.
I, the well-instructed in mathematics.
Mr. Corey, you will look far for a man of my kind for £60 a year. I'm not used to this poverty. I left a thrifty business in the Barbados to serve the Lord. I do not fathom it. Why am I being persecuted here? I cannot offer one proposition, but there be a howling riot of argument. I often wonder if the devil be in somewhere. I can't understand you people otherwise.
Mr. Paris, you are the first minister ever to demand the deed to this house.
I'm your 3rd preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to be put out like the cat when some majority feels the whim. You people seem not to understand that a minister is the man's lord in the parish. Minister is not to be so lightly crossed and contradicted.
Aye.
There is either obedience or the church will burn like hell is burning.
Can you speak 1 minute without we land in hell again? I am sick of hell.
It is not for you to say what is good for you to hear.
I may speak my heart, I think.
What are we? Quakers? We are not Quakers here yet, Mr. Proctor, and you may tell that to your followers.
My followers.
There's a party in this church. I'm not blind to it. There's a faction and a party.
Against you.
Against him and all authority.
Why then I must find it and join it.
It does not mean that.
Solemnly, Rebecca. I like not the smell of this authority. I have a crop to sow and lumber to drag home. Come on, Giles. Let's find this party. They say there's a party.
I've changed my opinion of this man. Mr. Paris, I beg your pardon. I never thought you had so much iron in you.
Well, thank you, Giles.
Suggested the man would the trouble be among us all these years. Think on it. Wherefore is everyone suing everyone else? I've been 6 times in court this year.
Is it the devil's fault that a man cannot say to you good morning without you clap him for defamation? You're old, Giles, and you're not hearing as well as you did.
John Proctor, I've only last month collected £4 damages for you publicly saying I burned the roof off of your house, and I think that
I never said no such thing, but I paid you for it. So I hope I may call you deaf without charge. Come along, Giles.
I'll be damned first.
Moment, Mr. Proctor. What lumber is it that you're dragging home, if I may ask you?
Why, my lumber, from my forest by my riverside.
Why, we are surely gone wild this year. What anarchy is this? That tract is in my bounds. It is in my bounds, Mr. Proctor.
Your bounds. I bought that tract from Goody Nurse's husband 5 months ago.
He had no right to sell it. It stands clear in my grandfather's will that all the land between
Your
the river
grandfather had a habit of willing away land that never belonged to him, if I may say it plain.
That's God's truth, that is. He nearly willed away my north pasture, but he knew I'd break his fingers before he set his name to it. Let's get your lumber home, John. I feel a sudden will to work coming on.
You load one of mine, and you'll fight to drag it home.
We'll win 2, Putnam, this fool and I. Come on, John.
I'll have my man on you. I'll clap over on you, Corey. Pray you, someone take it easy.
Mr. Hale, it's good to see you again. Well, my these are heavy.
They must be. They're weighted with authority.
When you do come to bear.
It's a hard study when it comes to tracking down the old boy.
You cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It's strange how I knew you, but I suppose you look as such a good soul should. We've all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Do you know this man, sir? Mr. Thomas Putnam and his good wife Anne.
Putnam. I had not expected such distinguished company, sir.
It does not seem to help us today. We look to you to come and save our child in our house.
Your child ails too?
Her soul seems flown away. She sleeps, and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat. Do you men also have wicked children?
No, these are farmers.
You don't believe in witches?
I never said no such thing. Come along, Giles.
No, I think not. I have some few queer questions of my own to ask this fellow.
I heard you to be a sensible man, Mr. Hale. I hope you'll leave some of it in Salem.
Will you look to my daughter, sir? She tries to leap out the window. We discovered her this morning on the high road, waving her arms as though she'd fly.
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That is a sure sign of witchcraft afloat.
No. Now, let me instruct you. We cannot look to superstition in this. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are definite as stone, and we must look only for his proper signs, and judge nothing beforehand. And I must tell you all, I shall not proceed unless you are prepared to believe me, if I should find no trace of hell in this.
It is agreed, sir. It is agreed. We will abide by your judgment.
Good then. Now, sir, what were your first warning of this strangeness?
Well, sir, I discovered her and my niece and 10 or 12 of the other girls in the forest last night. Dancing.
You permit dancing?
No, we're in secret.
Mr. Paris's slave has knowledge of conjuring, sir.
Cannot be sure of that, Goody Ann.
I know it, sir. I sick my child that she should learn from Tituba, who was responsible for the murder of her sisters.
Goody Ann, you sent a child to conjure up the dead?
Let God blame me, not you, Rebecca. I'll not have you judging me anymore. Mr. Hale, is it a natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day?
Hush! 7 dead in childbirth?
Hi.
What book is that, sir?
What's there?
Here is all the invisible world, caught, defined, and calculated. In these books, the devil stands stripped of all his brute disguises. Here are all your familiar spirits, your incubi, your succubi, your witches that go by land, by air, and by sea, your wizards of the night and of the day. Have no fear now. We shall find him out if he has come among us, and I mean to crush him utterly if he has shown his face.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
Well, I cannot tell. If she is truly in the devil's grip, we may have to rip and tear to get her free.
I think I'll go then. I'm too old for this.
Why, Rebecca, we may open up the boil of all our troubles today.
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
Well, I hope you don't mean we go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Come, Mr. Hale. Let's get on. See you here.
Mr. Hale, I've always wanted to ask a learned man. What signifies the reading of strange books?
What books?
I cannot tell. She hides them.
Who does this?
Martha, my wife. I've waked at night many times and found her in a corner reading of a book. Now, what do you make of that?
Why, that's not necessarily.
It discomfits me. Last night, now mark this. I tried and could not say my prayers, and then she closed her book, walks out of the house, and suddenly, now mark this, I could pray again.
Ah, stoppage of prayer. That is strange. I'd like to speak further on that with you.
I'm not saying she touched the devil now, but I'd admire to know what books she reads and why she hides them. She'll not answer me, you see.
Aye, we'll discuss it. Now, mark me. If the devil is in her, you will witness some frightful wonders in this room, so please, keep your wits about you. Courtney, stand close in case she flies. Now, Betty, dear, will you sit up for me? Can you hear me? I'm John Hale, minister of Beverly. I've come to help you, dear. Do you remember my 2 little girls in Beverly?
How can it be the devil? Why would he choose my house to strike?
What victory would the devil have to win a soul already had? It's the best the devil wants, and who's better than the minister?
That's deep, Mr. Paris.
Someone afflict you, child? It need not be a woman, mind you, or a man. Perhaps some bird, invisible to others, comes to you. Perhaps a pig, or any beast at all. Is there some figure bids you fly? In nomine Domini sabeat, sui felice ite ad infernos. Abigail, What sort of dancing were you doing with her in the forest?
Why, common dancing is all.
I think I ought to say, sir, that I saw a kettle in the grass where they were dancing.
That were only soup.
Soup? What sort of soup were in this kettle, Abigail?
Why, were beans and lentils, I think, and...
Mr. Paris, you did not notice, did you, any living thing in the kettle? A mouse, perhaps? A spider? A frog?
That frog jumped in. We never put it in.
A frog, Abby!
We never put it in.
Abigail, it may be your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
I never called him. Tituba called him.
She called the devil?
I should like to speak with Tituba.
Goody Ann, will you please bring her up? How did she call?
I know not. She spoke Barbados.
Did you feel a strangeness when she called him? A sudden cold wind, perhaps? A trembling below the ground?
I didn't see no devil. Betty, wake up now. Betty, Betty!
You cannot evade me, Abigail. Did your cousin drink any of the brew in that kettle?
She never drank it.
Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did Tituba ask you to drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I am a good girl. I did drink in the kettle. She made me do it. She made Betty do it. She made me go and drink blood.
What?
My baby's blood.
No, chicken's blood. I give you chicken's blood.
Woman, have you enlisted these children for the devil?
No, sir. I don't drag with no devil.
Then why can she not wake? Are you silencing this child?
I love me, Betty.
You have sent your spirit out upon this child, have you not? Are you gathering souls for the devil?
She sends her spirit on me in church. She made me laugh at prayer.
She have often laughed at prayer.
She made me go every night to drink blood.
Nabby, you begged me to conjure. Sir, she begged me make her drink.
I'll tell you something. She comes to me while I sleep. She's always making me dream corruptions. Sometimes I wake and I find myself standing in an open doorway without a stitch on my body. I hear her laughing in my sleep. I always hear her singing her Barbados songs and tempting me with...
Mr. Reverend,
I want you to wake this child.
I have no power of this child,
You
sir.
most certainly do, and you will lose her from it now. When did you come back with the devil?
I don't come back with no devil.
You will confess yourself, or I will take you out and whip you to your death, Tituba.
This woman must be hanged! She must be taken and hanged!
No! Don't hang Tituba. I tell him I don't desire to work for him no more, sir.
Who? The devil? Now, Tituba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it is very hard to break with it entirely. Now, we are going to help you tear yourself free. You would be a good Christian woman, would you not, Tituba?
I, sir, a good Christian woman.
You love these little children.
Yes, sir, I don't desire to hurt the little children.
You love God, Tituba.
I love God with all my being.
How in God's holy name,
Oh, bless him, bless him.
to his glory,
Eternal glory. Bless him, bless God.
open yourself, Tituba. Open yourself and let God's holy light shine on you.
Bless the Lord.
When the devil comes to you, does he ever come with another person? Perhaps another person in the village, someone you know.
Who came with him?
Sarah Good. Was Sarah Good with him? Or Osborne?
Was it man or woman came with him?
What woman? It was a woman.
Woman, you said. What woman?
I don't know. It was black dark and
You could see him. Why could you not see her?
they was always running around and carrying on.
You mean out of Salem? Salem witches?
Sir, I believe so.
Now, Tituba, you must have no fear. Tell us who they are. Do you understand? We will protect you. The devil can never overcome a minister. You know that, do you not?
Sir, I do.
You have confessed yourself to witchcraft, and that speaks a wish to come to heaven's side, and we will bless you, Tituba.
Oh, God bless you, Mr. Hale.
You are God's instrument, put in our hands to help us discover the devil's agents among us. You are selected, Tituba. You are chosen to help us cleanse our village. So speak utterly, Tituba. Turn your back on him and face God. Face God, Tituba, and God will protect you.
God protect Tituba.
Who came to you with the devil? 2, 3, 4, how many?
There was four.
Who? Their names! Their names!
Oh, how many times he bid me kill you, Mr. Paris.
Kill me?
He say, Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris hate that man. I don't desire to kill that man. But he say, you work for me, Tituba, and I gonna make you free. I gonna give you pretty dress to wear, and I gonna put you way high up in the air, and you gonna fly all the way back to Barbados. But I say, you lie, devil! You lie! But he come one stormy night to me, and he say, look, Tituba, I have white people who belong to me. And then I look, and there was Goody Good.
Sarah Good?
I, sir, and Goody Osborne.
I knew it! Goody Osborne were midwife to me 3 times. I begged you, Thomas, did I not? I begged him not to call Osborne, for I fear her. My baby's always shriveled in her hands.
Take courage. You must give us all their names. How can you bear this child's suffering? Go to her, Tituba. Know her God-given innocence. Their souls are so tender. We must protect them, Tituba. The devil is out. You prey upon it like a beast upon the flesh of the pure lamb. God will bless you for your help.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced with the devil. I saw him. I wrote in his book. I go back to Jesus. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil.
I saw George Jacobs with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil.
She speaks, she speaks! Glory to God. It is broken. They are free.
I saw Martha Bellows with the devil.
I saw Goody Simmer with the devil.
The marshal. I'll go call the marshal.
I
the
saw
marshal
Rose
bring
Farrell
irons.
with the devil.
I saw Goody Hawkins with the devil.
I saw Goody Pike with the devil.
I saw Mr. Pardon with the devil.
I saw Goody Cobb with the devil.
I saw Mr. Franklin with the devil.
I saw Goody Hopper with the devil.
What keeps you so late? It's almost dark.
We're planting far out to the forest edge.
Oh, you're done then.
Aye, the farm is seated. The boys asleep?
They will be soon.
Well, pray now for a fair summer.
All right.
Are you well today?
I am. It's a rabbit.
Oh, Jonathan's friend.
No, she came to the house this afternoon. I found her sitting in the corner like she came to visit.
It's a good sign walking in.
Pray God. I heard my heart to strip her. Poor rabbit.
It was well seasoned.
I took great care. She's tender?
Aye. I think we'll see green fields soon. It's warm as blood in the clouds.
That's well.
If the crop is good, I'll go and buy George Jacobs' heifer. How would that please you?
It would.
I mean to please you, Elizabeth.
No, it's fine.
Simon.
Aye.
This farm's a common when you go foot by foot dropping seeds in it.
It must be.
On Sunday, I'll let you walk the farm with me. I've never seen such a load of flowers on the earth. Massachusetts is a beauty in spring.
Aye, it is.
I think you're sad again. Oh, are you?
You come back so late, I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
Why? I have no business in Salem.
You did speak of going earlier this week.
I thought better of it since.
Mary Warren is there today.
Why'd you let her? You heard me forbid her to go to Salem anymore.
I couldn't stop her.
It is a fault. It is a fault, Elizabeth. You are the mistress of this house, not Mary Warren.
She frightened all my strength away.
How may that mouse frighten you, Elizabeth?
It is mouse no more. I forbid her go to Salem, and she raises her chin up at me like she's the daughter of some prince, and says, I must go to Salem, Goody Proctor. I am an official of the court.
Court? What court?
It's a proper court they have now, she says. They sent 4 judges from Boston, weighty magistrates of the general court, and at the head sits the deputy governor of the province.
Why, she's mad.
Would to God she were. There'll be 14 people in jail now, she says. And they'll be tried too, and the court has power to hang them too, she says.
They'd never hang.
The deputy governor promises hanging if they won't confess, John. The town's gone wild, I think. Mary Warren speaks of Abigail as if she were a saint to hear her. She brings the other girls to court with her. And wherever she walks, the crowd parts like the sea for Israel. And folks are brought before them. And if Abigail screams and howls and falls to the floor, the person's clapped in jail for bewitching her.
It was a black mischief.
I think you should go to Salem, John. I think so. You must tell them that it's fraud.
Aye, it is. It is, Shirley.
Let you go to Ezekiel Cheever. He knows you well. And tell him what she told you at her uncle's house last week. She said it had not to do with witchcraft, did she not?
Aye, she did. She did.
God forbid you keep that from the court, John. I think they must be told.
Aye. Aye, they must. They must. It is a wonder that you believe her.
I think you should go now, John. I think you should go tonight.
I'll think on it.
You cannot keep it.
I know I cannot keep it. I say I will think on it.
Good then. Will you think on it?
I'm only wondering how I may prove what she said to me, Elizabeth. If the girl's a saint now, I think it is not easy to prove her fraud when the town gone so silly. She told it to me in a room alone. I have no proof for it.
You were alone with her?
For a moment alone. Aye.
Then it's not as you told me.
For a moment, I say. The others come in soon after.
Do as you wish then.
Woman, I'll not have your suspicion anymore.
I have no
I'll not have it.
Then let you not earn it.
You doubt me yet.
John, if it were not Abigail that you must go to her, will you falter now? I think not. John, I see what I see.
You will not judge me more, Elizabeth. I have good reason to think before I charge fraud on Abigail, and I will think on it. Let you look to your own improvement before you go to judge your husband anymore. I have forgotten Abigail.
And I.
Spare me! You forget nothing and forgive nothing. Learn charity, woman. I have gone tiptoe in this house all 7 months since she is gone. I have not moved from there to there without a thing to please you. And still, an everlasting funeral marches round your heart. I cannot speak, but I am doubted. Every moment judged for lies, though I come into a court when I come into this house.
John, you were not open with me. You saw her with the crowd, you said, and now you're saying that you saw her alone?
I'll plead my honesty no more, Elizabeth.
John, I'm only asking.
No more! I should have roared you down when you first told me of your suspicion. But instead, I wilted. And like a Christian, I confessed. Some dream I had must have mistaken you for God that day. But you're not. You're not. Let you remember me. Let you look sometimes for the goodness in me. And judge me not.
I do not judge you, John. The magistrate sits in your heart judges you. I only thought you were a good man, John, only somewhat bewildered.
How do you go to Salem when I forbid it? Do you mock me? I'll whip you if you dare leave this house again.
I'm sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray hurt me not. My insides are all shuddering. I'm in the proceedings all day, sir.
And what of these proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house, as you are paid £9 a year to, and my wife not wholly well?
I made a gift for you today, Lady Proctor. I had to sit long hours in the chair and pass the time with sewing.
Why, it's a fair habit. Thank you.
We must all love each other now, Lady Proctor.
Indeed, we must.
I'll get up early in the morning and clean the house. I must sleep.
Mary, is it true there be 14 women arrested?
No, sir. There be 39 now.
She's weeping. How dare you?
Goody Osborne will hang.
Hang, you say. The deputy governor will permit it.
He sentenced her. He must. But not Sarah Good. For Sarah Good confessed, you see.
Confess to what?
That sometimes she make a compact with Lucifer and write her name in his black book with her blood and bound herself to torment Christians till God's thrown down and we all must worship hell forevermore.
But surely you know what a jabberer she is. You
Mr.
did tell them
Proctor,
that.
in open court, she near to choked us all to death.
How choked you?
She sent her spirit out.
Oh, Mary, surely you don't believe it.
She tried to kill me many times, Goody Proctor.
I've never heard you mention that before.
I never knew it before. I never knew anything before. Why? When she first come into court, I say to myself, I must not accuse this woman, for she sleep in ditches, and so very old and poor. But then she sit there, denying, and I feel a misty coldness creep up my back, and the skin of my skull begin to creep, and I feel a clamp around my neck, and I cannot breathe air. And then I hear a voice, a screaming voice, or my voice. And all of a sudden, I remember everything she ever done to me.
Why? What did she do to you?
Mr. Proctor, you must remember, so many times she come to this very door, begging bread and a cup of cider. And mark this, whenever I turned her away empty, she mumbled.
Mumbled? She may mumble hungry.
Wait, but what does she mumble? Goody Proctor, you must remember last month, a Monday, I think, I turned her away, and I thought my guts would burst for 2 days after. You must remember it.
I think so, but...
And so I said that to Judge Hawthorne, and he says to her so, Goody Good says, what curse do you mumble that this girl must fall sick after turning you away? And she replies, why, your excellence, no curse at all. I only say my commandments. I hope I may say my commandments.
And that's an upright answer.
Aye. But then Judge Hawthorne says to her, recite for us your commandments. And of all the 10, she could not name a single one. She never knew no commandments, and they had her in a flat lie.
And so condemned her?
They must. And she condemned herself.
But the proof!
It's hard proof. Hard as rock, the judges said.
You will not go to that court again, Mary Warren.
I'll tell you, Mr. Proctor, I will be gone every day for some time now. I'm amazed you not see what weighty work you do.
What work you do? It is strange work for a Christian girl to hang old women.
They will not hang if they confess. And here's a marvel for you. Goody Good will only sit in jail for some time. Mark this. Goody Good is pregnant.
Pregnant when a woman's near to 60.
They had Dr. Griggs examine her, and she's full to the brim, and smoking a pipe all these years, and no husband neither. But she's safe, thank God. They won't hurt the innocent child. Be that not a marvel? You must see, sir. It's God's work we do. I am an official of the court, they say, and
I'll official you.
We'll not say women anymore, Mr. Proctor. The devil's loose in Salem, and we must discover where he's hiding.
Oh, let the devil out of you!
I saved her life today.
I am accused.
You are somewhat mentioned. But I said I never saw no sign that you sent your spirit out to hurt no one. Seeing as I live so closely with you,
They dismissed it. Who accused me?
I am bound by law. I cannot tell it.
I hope you'll not be so sarcastical with me anymore, Mr. Proctor. 4 judges and the king's deputy sat to dinner with us but an hour ago. So I'll have you speak to me civilly from here out.
Go to bed.
Not be ordered to bed anymore, Mr. Proctor. I'm 18 and a woman, however single.
Do you wish to sit up? Then sit up.
I wish to go to bed.
Good night, then.
Good night. Oh, the news is up.
There will be no news.
I knew all week it would come to news.
They
She wants
dismissed
me
it. You heard her say.
And what if tomorrow she'll cry me out until they take me?
Sit you down.
She wants me dead, son, you know it.
Sit down, I say. Now we must be wise, Elizabeth.
Indeed.
Tomorrow I'll go to Ezekiel Cheever. I'll tell them she said we're all scored.
Something in jail, I think more than that's needed now. John? Would you favor me this? Go to Abigail.
What have I to say to Abigail?
John, would you favor me this? You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There was a promise made. And when you
What
read,
promise?
spoke her son of the promise is surely made, and she may dote on it now, I'm sure she does. She thinks to kill me and then take my place, John, I know it. There be 1,000 names, why does she call mine? I am no great good that sleeps in ditches, nor Osborne, drunk and half-witted, no, she dare not call such a farmer's wife, that there be monstrous profit in it. She thinks to take my place, John.
She cannot make it.
Have you ever shown her someone with contempt? You cannot pass us in church, but you will blush.
I may blush for my sin.
I think she sees another meaning in that blush.
And what see you? What see you, Elizabeth?
I think you'd be ashamed, for I am there and she's so close.
When will you know me, woman? Were I stoned, I would have cracked for shame this 7 month.
Then go and tell her she's a whore! And whatever promise she may set, John, break it! Break it!
Good then, I'll go.
Oh, how unwillingly.
I will curse her hotter than the oldest cinder in hell. Fear not, but pray begrudge me not my anger.
Your anger. I only ask you.
Am I so base? Do you truly think me
I
base?
never called you base.
Then how do you charge me with such a promise? The promise that a stallion gives a mare, I gave that girl.
Then why do you anger with me when I bid you break it?
Because it speaks deceit. And I am honest. But I'll plead no more. I see now that your spirit twists around the single error of my life. And I would never tear it free.
You will tear it free when you come to find that I will be your only wife, but nothing at all! She has an arrow in you yet, John Proctor. And you know it well.
Good evening. What, Mr. Hale? Good evening to you, sir. Come in.
I hope I do not startle you.
No, it's we heard no horses all.
You are Goodwife Proctor.
Aye, Elizabeth.
I hope you're not up to bed yet.
Oh, no. We're not used to visitors after dark is all. Come in. Will you sit down, Mr. Hale?
I will. But you said Goodwife Proctor.
Will you drink cider, Mr. Hale?
No, it rebels my stomach. I have some further traveling yet tonight. Sit you down, sir. I will not keep you long, but I have some business with you.
Business of the court?
No, I come of my own, without the court's authority. Hear me. I know not if you are aware, but your wife's name is mentioned in the court.
We are aware of it, sir. Our Mary Warren tells us. We are entirely amazed.
I am a stranger here, as you know, and in my ignorance I find it hard to draw a clear opinion of those that come accused before the court. So, this afternoon and now, tonight, I go from house to house. I come now from Rebecca Nurse's house.
Rebecca's charged?
God forbid such a one be charged. She is, however, mentioned somewhat.
I hope you do not believe that Rebecca has trafficked with the devil.
Woman, it is possible.
Surely you cannot think so.
This is a strange time, mister. No man may longer doubt that the powers of the dark are gathered in monstrous attack upon this village. There's too much evidence now to deny it. You will agree, sir?
I have no knowledge in that line, but it's hard to think so pious a woman be secretly a devil's bitch after 70 years of such good prayer.
Aye, the devil is a wily one. Cannot deny it. However, she is far from accused, and I know she will not be. I thought, sir, to put some questions as to the Christian character of this house, if you'll permit me.
Why, we have no fear of questions, sir.
Good then. In the book of record Mr. Paris keeps, I note that you are rarely in church on Sabbath day.
No, sir, you are mistaken.
Only 26 times in 17 months, sir. I must call that rare. Will you tell me why you are so absent?
Mr. Hale, I never knew whether I should account to that man whether I go to church or stay at home. My wife was sick this winter.
So I'm told. But you, mister, why could you not come alone?
I surely did come when I could, and when I could not, I prayed in this house.
Mr. Proctor, your house is not a church. Your theology must tell you that.
Aye, it does. It does. And it tells me that a minister may pray to God without he have golden candlesticks upon the altar.
What golden candlesticks?
Since the church were built, we had pewter candlesticks upon the altar. Francis Nurse made them, and a sweeter hand never touched the metal. Then Paris came, and for 20 weeks he preached nothing but golden candlesticks until he had them. I labored the earth from dawn of day to blink of night, and I tell you true, when I look to heaven and see my money glaring at his elbows, it hurt my prayer, sir. It hurt my prayer. I think sometimes the man dreams cathedrals, not collaborative meeting houses.
And yet, mister, a Christian on Sabbath day must be at church. Tell me, you have 3 children?
Aye, boys.
How come it that only 2 are baptized?
I like it not that Mr. Paris should lay his hand upon my baby. I see no light of God in that man. I'll not concede.
I must say it, Mr. Proctor, that is not for you to decide. The man's ordained, therefore the light of God is in him.
What's your suspicion, Mr. Hale?
No, I have no...
I nailed the roof upon the church. I opened the door!
Oh, did you? That's a good sign, then.
It may be I have been too quick to bring the man to book, but you cannot think we ever desired the destruction of religion, sir. I think that's on your mind, is it not?
I have... There's a softness in your record, sir. A softness.
I think we have been too hard on Mr. Paris. I think so. But surely there is no love of the devil here, Mr. Hale.
Do you know your commandments, Elizabeth?
I surely do. There be no mark of blame upon my life. I am a covenanted Christian woman.
And you, mister?
The commandments? I'm sure I do, sir.
Let you repeat them, if you will.
The commandments.
Aye.
Thou shalt not kill.
Aye.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, nor make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. Thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Thou shalt honor thy father and mother. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
You said that twice, sir.
Aye.
Adultery, John.
Aye. You see, between the two of us, we do know them all. I think it'd be a small fault, sir.
Theology, sir, is a fortress. No crack in a fortress may be accounted small.
There be no love of Satan in this house.
I pray it. I pray it dearly. Well, I'll bid you good night.
Mr. Hale, I do think you are suspecting me somewhat.
Goody Proctor, I do not judge you. My duty is to add what I may to the godly wisdom of the court. I pray you both good health and good fortune. Good night, sir.
John, will you tell him?
What's that?
Will you tell him?
I have no proof for it, except my word be taken, but I know the girl's sickness had not to do with witchcraft.
Not to do?
They were discovered sporting in the woods. They were startled and took sick is all.
Who told you this?
Abigail Williams.
Abigail?
Aye.
Abigail Williams said it had naught to do with witchcraft?
She told me the day you came, sir.
What? Why did you keep this?
Because I had not known until tonight that the world had gone so daft with this nonsense.
Nonsense! Mister, I myself have examined Tituba, Sarah Good, and numerous others who have confessed to dealing with the devil. They have confessed it.
Why not? If they will hang for denying. There are them that will swear to anything before they'll hang. Have you never thought of that?
I have. I have indeed. And you? Would you testify to this in court?
I had not reckoned with going to court, but if I must, I will.
Ah, you falter there.
I falter nothing. I do wonder if my testimony will be credited in such court. I do wonder on it when a minister as steady-minded as you will suspicion a woman that never lied. She cannot lie, sir. And the world knows she cannot. I may falter somewhat, mister, but I am no fool.
Proctor, let you open with me now, for I have heard a thing that troubles me. It is said you hold no belief that there may even be witches in the world. Is that true, sir?
I know not what I have said. I may have said it. I do wonder if there be witches in the world.
Then you do not believe that there are
I have no knowledge of it. The Bible speaks of witches, so I will not deny them.
And you, woman?
I cannot believe it.
You cannot.
Listen, you bewilder him.
I cannot believe that the devil may own a woman's soul when she is kept an upright way as I have. I am a good woman and I know it. And if you think that I can do only good works in this world that be secretly bound to Satan, I must say I do not believe it.
But woman, you do believe there are witches in the world.
You say that I am, and I must say that I do not.
You surely do not fly against the gospel. The gospel!
She believed the gospel, every word.
Question Abigail Williams about the gospel, not myself.
She do not mean to doubt the gospel, sir. This be a Christian house, sir. A Christian house.
God keep you both. Let the third child be quickly baptized, and go you without fail each Sunday into Sabbath prayer, and keep a solemn, quiet way among you.
John!
Giles, what's the matter?
They've taken my wife and Rebecca Nurse.
Rebecca's in the jail.
John, Shaver come and take her in his wagon. We've only now come from the jail, he's not even let us in to see them.
The town's gone wild now, Mr. Hale.
Reverend Hale, can you not speak to the deputy governor? I'm sure he mistakes these people.
Pray, calm yourself, Mr. Nurse.
My wife is the very brick and mortar of the church, Mr. Hale. And Martha Corey, there cannot be a woman closer yet to God than Martha.
How is Rebecca charged, Mr. Nurse?
For murder. For murder she's charged. For the marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's babies. What am I to do, Mr. Hale?
Believe me, sir, if Rebecca Nurse be tainted, there's nothing to stop the whole green world from burning. Let you rest upon the justice of the court. The court will send her home. I know it.
How may such a woman murder babies?
Man, remember, until an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven.
I never said my wife were a witch, Mr. Hale. I only said she were reading books.
Mr. Corey, exactly what complaint were made on your wife?
That bloody Marlboro Walcott charger. You see, he bought a pig on my wife 4 or 5 years ago, and the pig died soon after. And he come dancing in for his money back, and my Martha, she says, Walcott, if you have the wit to feed a pig properly, you'll not live to own many, she says. And now he goes to court and claims that from that day that he cannot keep a pig alive for more than 4 weeks because my Martha bewitched him with her books.
Good evening. Good evening, Hugh John Proctor.
Mr. Cheever, good evening.
Good evening, all. Good evening, Mr. Hale.
I hope you come out on business of the court.
I do, Proctor. I am clerk of the court now, you know.
It's a pity, Ezekiel, that an honest tailor might have gone to heaven must burn in hell. You'll burn for this, do you know it?
You know yourself I'm as good as I'm told. You surely know that, Giles. And I just believe you'd not be sending me to hell. I like not the sound of it, I tell you. I like not the sound of it. Now believe me, Proctor, how heavy be the law. All its tonnage I do carry on my back tonight. I have a warrant for your wife.
What's this? A warrant for my wife. You said she were not charged.
I know nothing of it. When was she charged?
I'm given 16 warrant tonight, sir, and she is one.
Who charged her?
Why, Abigail Williams charged her.
Abigail Williams? On what proof? What proof?
Mr. Proctor, I have little time. The court bid me search your house, but I like not to search a house. So will you please give me any puppets your wife can keep here? Puppets.
I kept no puppets, not since I were a girl.
I spy a puppet, Goody Proctor.
Oh, this is Mary's.
Will you please give it to me?
Is the court trying to text in puppets now?
Do you keep any others in this house?
No, nor this one till tonight. What signifies a puppet?
Why, a puppet may signify. Now, woman, will you please come with me?
She will not fetch Mary, Elizabeth.
No, I forbid to leave her from my sight.
You will leave her out of sight and out of mind. Fetch Mary here, Elizabeth.
What signifies a poppet, Mr. Cheever?
Why, they say it may signify that she. Why, this!
What's there?
Why, it is a needle. Willard, it is a needle.
What signifies a needle?
Why, this go harder, the Proctor. This. I had my doubts, Proctor. I had my doubts, but here's calamity. You see it, sir, it's a needle.
Why? What meaning has it?
The girl, the Williams girl, sir, Abigail Williams. She sat to dinner in her Paris house tonight, and without word nor warning, she falls to the floor, like a struck beast, he says, and screamed a scream a bull would weep to hear. And he goes to save her, and stuck 2 inches in the flesh of her belly, he draw a needle out. And demanding of her how she'd come to be so stabbed, she testified it were your wife's familiar spirit pushed it in.
Why, she done it herself. Surely you're not taking this for proof, Mr. Hale.
'Tis hard proof. I find here a poppet Goody Proctor keeps. I have found it, sir, and in the belly of the poppet a needle stuck. I tell you true, Proctor, I never warranted to see such proof of hell, and I bid you obstruction.
Here now. Mary Warren, how did this poppet come into my house?
What poppet's that, sir?
This poppet. This poppet.
I believe it is mine, sir.
It is your poppet, is it not?
It is.
How did it come into this house?
I made it at the court today and give it to Goody Proctor this evening.
Do you have it, sir?
Mary Warren, a needle had been found inside this poppet.
I meant no harm by it, sir.
You stuck that needle in yourself, did you not?
I guess I did.
There you are, Mr. Hale.
Child, you are certain this be your natural memory? May it be perhaps that someone conjures you even now to say this?
Conjures me? Why, no, sir. I'm entirely myself. I think. Let you ask Susanna Walcott. She saw me sewn it in court. Or ask Abby. Abby sat beside me.
Bid him out, mister. Surely your mind is made up now.
What signifies a needle?
Mary, you charge a cold and cruel murder on Abigail.
Murder? I charge her.
Abigail were stabbed tonight. A needle were found stuck into her belly.
And she accuses me.
Aye.
Why, the girl's a murderer. She must be ripped from the world.
You've heard that, sir, ripped from the world. Willard, you heard it.
Out with you!
Proctor, you dare not miss the warrant.
Out with you!
You've ripped the deputy governor's warrant, man.
Damn the deputy governor! Out of my house!
Proctor!
Get you gone with them. You are a broken minister.
Proctor, if she is innocent...
If she is innocent, do you never wonder if Paris be innocent or Abigail? Were they born this morning as clean as God's fingers? I'll tell you what's walking Salem. Vengeance is walking Salem. We are what we always were. But now the crazy little children are jangling the keys to the kingdom, and common vengeance writes the law. This warrant is vengeance, sir, and I will not give my wife to vengeance.
John, go!
You will not go.
John, I have 9 men outside. You cannot keep her. The law binds me, John. I cannot budge.
You will see her taken.
Proctor, the court is just.
Pontius Pilate, God will not let you wash your hands of this.
John, no, no! I'll go with them.
Mary,
there's bread enough in the morning and you'll bake in the afternoon. Help Mr. Proctor as you're his own daughter. You owe me that and much more. When the children wake, speak nothing of witchcraft, it will only frighten them.
I will bring you home.
I'll bring you soon, Jean.
I will fall like an ocean on that court. Fear nothing, Elizabeth.
I will fear nothing. Tell the truth, my blood, if you think someone's sick.
Damn it, Wheeler, don't chain her! I will not have her chained! Damn it, man, I said don't chain her!
And yet, silent minister, it is fraud. You know it is fraud. What keeps you, man?
I will pay you, Willard. I will surely pay you. I cannot help myself, John. I must chain them all. Now stay you here in this house until I'm gone. Man, are you blind?
Mr. Proctor.
Out with you.
Charity, Proctor. Charity. What I've heard in her favor, I will not fear to testify in court. God help me, I cannot judge her guilty nor innocent. I know not. Only this consider. The world goes mad. It profit nothing you should lay the cause to the vengeance of a little girl.
You are a coward! Though you be ordained in God's own tears, you are a coward now!
Proctor, I cannot think God be provoked so grandly by such a petty cause. The jails are packed. Our greatest judges sit in Salem now, and hangings promise. Men, we must look to cause proportionate. Were there murder done, perhaps, and never brought to light? Abomination, some secret blasphemy that sinks to heaven. Think on cause, man, and let you help me to discover it. For there's your way, believe it? There is your only way. When such confusion strikes upon the world. Let you counsel among yourselves. Think on your village and what man drawn from heaven such thundering wrath upon you all. I shall pray God open up our eyes.
I never heard of a murder done in Salem.
Leave me, Francis. Leave me.
John, tell me, are we lost?
Good now, Giles. We'll speak on it tomorrow.
Aye. Let you think on it. We'll come early, eh?
Aye. Go now.
Good night, then.
Mr. Proctor, very likely they'll let her come home once they've given proper evidence.
You're coming to the court with me, Mary. You will tell it in court.
I cannot charge murder. I'm Abigail.
You will tell them how that poppet come into my house and who stuck the needle in.
She'll kill me for saying that. Abby will charge lechery on you, Mr. Proctor.
She's told you.
I have known it, sir. She'll ruin you with it. I know she will.
Good. Then her Sataniness is done with. We will slide together into our pit. You will tell the court what you know.
I cannot still turn on me.
My wife will not die for me. I will bring your guts into your mouth, but that goodness will not die for me.
I cannot do it. I cannot.
Make your peace with it. Now hell and heaven grapple on our backs, and all our old pretense is ripped away. Make your peace. Peace. It is a providence and no great change. We are what we always were, but naked now. Aye, naked. And the wind, God's icy wind, will blow.
I cannot.
I have from your friend, Mary Warren, a deposition in which she states she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, nor any manifestation of the devil. She states likewise, children, that none of you have seen these either. Now, children, this is a court of law, the law based upon the Bible, and the Bible written by Almighty God. Forbid the practice of witchcraft, and describe death as the penalty thereof. But likewise, children, the law and the Bible damn all liars, and bearers of false witness. Now, it does not pass me that this deposition may be meant to blind us. It is possible that Mary Warren hath been conquered by Satan, who sends her here to distract our sacred purpose. If that is the case, her neck will break for it. But if she speak true, children, I bid you now to drop your guile and confess your pretense, as a quick confession will go easier on you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Children, a very augur bit will now be turned into your souls until your honesty is proved. Will either of you change your positions now, or do you force me to hard questioning?
I have not to change, sir. She lies.
You would go on with this?
Aye, sir.
A poppet
were discovered in Mr. Proctor's house, stabbed with a needle. Mary Ward states that you sat in the court with her while she made it, that you saw her make it, and witnessed how she herself struck her needle into it for safekeeping. What say you to that?
It is a lie, sir.
When you worked for the Proctors, did you ever see poppets in that house?
Goody Proctor always kept poppets.
My wife never kept no poppets. Mary Warren swears it's her poppet.
Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever?
when I spoke with Goody Proctor in that house, she said she never kept no poppets. But she said she did keep poppets when you were a girl.
Aye, but she has not been a girl these 15 years.
But a poppet will keep 15 years, will it not?
It will keep if it is kept. But Mary Warren swears she never saw no poppets in our house, nor anyone else.
Well, why could there not have been poppets hidden where no one ever saw them?
There may have been 2 golden candlesticks hid in my house, but no one ever saw them.
Your Excellency, we are here precisely to discover what no one has ever seen.
Your Honor, what profit Mary Warren to turn herself about? What may she gain but hard questioning and worse?
You are charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous cool plot to murder. Do you understand that?
I do, sir. I believe she means to murder.
This child would murder your wife.
It is not a child, sir. Now hear me, sir. In the sight of all the congregation, she were thrown out of the meeting house twice this year for laughter during prayer.
What's this? Laughter
Excellency,
during... Do you deny it, Mr. Paris?
Do believe it has happened once. She is sometimes silly, but she is solemn now.
Aye, she is solemn now and goes to hang people.
Quiet, man.
Surely this has no bearing on the question. He charges contemplation of murder.
Aye, but it strikes hard on me that she would laugh at prayer. Proceed, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, tell them how you danced in the woods.
Honor, since I come to Salem, this man is
In a
blaspheming
moment, sir. What is this dancing?
Mr. Proctor?
Abigail, lead them to the woods. There they have danced naked, Your Honor.
This is
Mr. Paris discovered them in the dead of night. There's the child she is.
Mr. Paris?
I can only say, sir, that I never saw any of them naked, and this man is...
But you found them dancing. Abigail.
Excellency, when I first arrived from Beverly, Mr. Paris told me that.
Do you deny it, Mr. Paris?
Do not, sir. But I never saw any of them naked.
But she have danced.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, will you permit?
Pray, proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, were never threatened or afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents?
No, sir.
And yet, when people accused of witchcraft confronted you in court, you would faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
It were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times, and your skin was ice. Mr. Danforth,
I saw that many times.
Your Honor, she only pretended to faint. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Oh, then can she pretend to faint now?
Well, why not?
Now there are no spirits attacking her, as none of us in this room are accused of witchcraft. So let her turn herself cold. Let her pretend she is attacked. Let her faint. Faint!
Faint!
Aye, faint! Prove to us how you pretended in the courtroom so many times.
I cannot faint now, sir.
You not pretended?
I have no sense of it.
Why? What is lacking now?
I cannot tell, sir.
Might it be that here we have no afflicting spirits loose, but in the court we had some?
I never saw no spirits.
Then see none now. Prove to us that you can feign of your own will, as you claim.
I cannot.
Then you will confess, will you not? Attacking spirits made you to faint.
No, sir.
Your Honor, this is a trick to blind the court.
It's not a trick. I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits.
Thought you saw them?
But I did not, sir.
How could you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell. I heard the girls screaming and you, Your Honor, you seem to believe them. It were only sport in the beginning, sir, but then the whole world cried, spirits, spirits, and I promise you, Mr. Danforth, I only thought I saw spirits, but I did not.
Surely your excellency is not taken by this simple lie. Abigail Williams, I bid you now search your heart and tell me this, and beware it, child. To God every soul is precious, and his vengeance is terrible on them that take life without cause. Is it possible, child, that these spirits you have seen are illusion only? Some deception that may enter your mind?
Why, this is a base question, sir.
Child, I would have you consider it.
I have been hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murdered every day because I've done my duty, pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward, to be mistrusted, denied, questioned like a...
Child, I do not mistrust you.
Let you beware, Mr. Danforth. Think you be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your wits. Beware of it.
What is it, child?
I know not. A wind, a cold wind has come. Your Honor, I freeze.
You're pretending.
She is cold, Your Honor. Touch her.
Mary, did you bring this shadow on me?
Lord, save me! Please. Please. Abby, don't do that.
Mary Warren, do you witch her? I say, you send your spirit out.
Oh, Heavenly Father, take away this shadow.
Whore! How dare you call heaven?
Man, what do you?
It is a whore.
Here.
Man, you charge?
Mr. Danforth, he's blind.
Mark her. Now she'll suck a scream to stab me with, but
You will prove this. This will not pass.
I have known her, sir. I have known her.
You? You are a lecher?
John, you cannot.
Oh, Francis, it's true. It's true. She will deny it, but you will believe me, sir. A man will not cast away his good name. You surely know that.
In what time? In what time? In what place?
In the proper place. Where my beasts are bedded. 8 months now, sir. It is 8 months. She used to serve me in my house, sir. A man may think God sleeps, but God sees everything. I know it now. I beg you, sir. See her what she is. My wife put her out on the high road soon after, and being what she is, a lump of vanity, sir. Excellency, forgive me. Forgive me. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave, and well she might, for I thought of her softly. God help me, I lusted. And there is a promise in such sweat, but it is a whore's vengeance, you must see it. Excellency, I set myself entirely in your hands. I beg you, sir, see her what she is. My wife were innocent except she knew her when she see one.
You deny every scrap and tittle of this.
If I must answer that, sir, I will leave and I will not come back again.
She does not deny it, Mr. Danforth. She does not deny it.
You remain where you are. Sit you down.
Mr. Proctor, Mr. Paris, go into the court and bring Goodwife Proctor in. Mr. Paris, let you tell her not one word of what's been spoken here, and let you knock before you enter. Now we will touch the bottom of the swamp. Your wife, you say, is an honest woman.
Ah, sir, in her life she hath never lied. There are them that cannot weep and them that cannot sing, but she cannot lie, sir.
And when she put this girl out of your house, she put her out for a harlot.
Aye, sir.
And knew her for a
She
harlot.
knew her for a harlot, sir.
Good. And if she tell you child over for harlot, may God spread his mercy on you. Hold. Turn your back. Turn your back. You do likewise. Now let neither of you turn to face Goody Proctor, and no one in this room is to raise one gesture or speak one word, aye or nay. Enter. Mr. Chiba, record this in all exactness. Are you ready, sir? Come here, woman. Look at me only, not at your husband. In my eyes only.
Good, sir.
We are given to understand that at one time you dismissed your servant Abigail Williams.
That's true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her? Look at me and not at your husband. The answer is in your mind, and you need no help to give it to me. Why did you dismiss Abigail Williams?
She dissatisfied me and my husband.
In what way dissatisfied?
Sure.
Woman, look at me! Was she slovenly? Was she lazy? What disturbance did she cause?
Your Honor, in that time I was sick, and my husband is a good and righteous man, sir. He is never drunk a summer or off playing shuffleboard, but always at his work. And in my sickness, you see, sir, I were a long time sick. I thought I saw my husband somewhat turn from me. And this girl...
Look at me!
Hi, sir, Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think that he fancied her. And so... I must have lost my wits one night and I put on the high road.
So your husband, he did indeed turn from you?
My husband is a good and righteous man, sir.
So he did not turn from you.
Yeah.
Woman, look at me! To your knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer my question. Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Remove her.
Elizabeth! Tell the truth, Elizabeth!
She have answered. Remove her.
Elizabeth, I have confessed it!
John!
She only thought to save my name.
Excellency, it is a natural lie to tell. I beg you, stop now before another is condemned. I may shut my conscience to it no more. From the beginning, this man has struck me true. I believe him now. By my oath to heaven, I believe him, and I pray you call back his wife before
She spoke nothing of lechery, and this man lies.
I believe him! I may turn my face from it no more. This girl has always struck me false. She has done nothing.
Be gone! Be gone, I say!
What is it, child? What's there? Child? Girls, why do you...
the demons behind the rafter!
What's there?
Why? Why do you call me yellow bird?
Where's the bird? I see no bird.
My face! My face!
Mr. Hale,
Be quiet!
do you see a bird?
Be quiet!
You may not want to tear my face, for God made my face, and it is a deadly sin, Mary. It is a black art to change your shame, Mary. No, I don't. What can I do? Here, Mary, please don't come down.
Lies! Lies!
Mary, please don't hurt me.
Why does she see these visions?
You cannot believe them!
She sees nothing. She sees nothing.
Abby, you mustn't!
Abby, you mustn't. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Everyone, draw back your spirit out of them.
Mr. Danforth. Mr. Danforth.
You've compacted with the devil, have you not?
Never, 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 never.
Why can they only repeat you?
Give me a whip! I'll stop it!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
A little while ago you were afflicted. Now it seems you afflict others. Where did you find this power?
I have no power. I have no power.
They're goaling you, mister.
Why did you turn about these past 2 weeks? You have seen the devil, have you not?
Mary, God damns all liars.
You have seen the devil, you have made compact with Lucifer, have you not?
God damns liars, Mary.
I cannot hear you, what do you say? You confess or you will hang. Do you know who I am? I say you will hang if you don't answer with me.
Mary, remember the angel, what he say to the boy.
Courage! Courageous Mary! Mary, please don't come down! She's going to come down! She's walking with me! She's coming down!
Mary, time to
tonight to sign.
To sign what?
The devil's book? He come with a book?
My name. He wants my name. I'll kill you if my wife hangs, he says. We must overcome court, he says.
Mr. Hale.
His eyes are like coals and his hands slam my neck and I sign.
Excellency, the child's gone wild.
I'll not hang with you. I love God. I bless God. And he'll not hurt you no more.
What are you, man? You are combined with Antichrist. I have seen your power. You will not deny it. This is not witchcraft. These girls are false. I will have nothing from you, Mr. Hale. Will you confess yourself befouled with hell, or do you keep that black allegiance yet? What say you? I say God is dead. Hear it, hear it.
A fire is burning. I hear the boot of Lucifer. I see his filthy face. And it is my face and yours, Mr. Danforth. For them that quail to bring men out of ignorance, as I have quailed. And as you quail now, when you all know in your black hearts that this be fraud. God damns our kind especially. And we will burn. We will burn together.
Marshal! Take him and Courtney with him to the jail. I denounce these proceedings. I quit this court.
You are pulling down heaven and raising up a horn.
Mr. Hale? Mr. Hale!
Sarah. Sarah, good. Wake up, Sarah. Tituba, wake up.
Majesty, come in. Tituba, His Majesty's here.
Go to the north cell. This place is wanted now.
That don't look to me like His Majesty. Look to me like the Marshal.
Is it you, Marshal? I thought sure you'd be double coming for us. Could I have a sip of cider from going away?
Where are you off to, Sarah?
Nope. We go to Barbados. Soon the devil gets here with the feathers and the wings.
Oh, happy voyage to you.
A pair of bluebirds winging southerly, the two of us. Oh, it'd be a grand transformation, Marshal.
You're asking that to me. When I'm making off the ground. Come on now.
Oh, I can speak to him for you if he desires to come along, Marshal.
I'd not refuse it, Tituba. It is the proper morning to fly into hell.
Be no hell in Barbados. Devil, him be a pleasure man in Barbados. Him be singing and dancing in Barbados. It's you folks, you rouse him up round here. It's too cold round here for that old boy. Him freeze his soul in Massachusetts, but in Barbados, him be just as sweet and... Aye, sir, that's him, Sarah.
Majesty, here!
Come along.
No, he's coming for me,
That ain't the devil. Just a cow with a hat full of milk. Come along now.
Take me home, devil! Take me home!
You tell him I'm coming, Tituba. You tell him Sarah Good is coming too.
Take me home, devil! Take me home!
Adam, don't touch the bench.
Don't touch the stool.
That's the kind of thing you should tell me to
I know, I'm sorry.
Good morning, Majesty.
Where is Mr. Paris?
I'll fetch him.
When did Reverend Hale arrive?
It were toward midnight, I think.
What is his purpose here?
He sits with those that will hang, sir, and prays with them. He sits with Rebecca Nurse now, and Mr. Paris with him.
Indeed, that man hath no right to enter here. Why have you let him in, Marshal?
Why, is Mr. Paris? I cannot refuse Reverend Paris.
Are you drunk, Marshal?
No. It is a bitter night, and I have no fire.
Fetch Mr. Paris.
Aye, sir.
There's a prodigious stench in this place.
I have only now
clear the prisoners for you.
Beware hard drink, Marshal.
Aye, sir.
Let you question Hale, Your Excellency. I should not be surprised he had been preaching in Andover lately.
We'll come to that. Speak nothing of Andover. Paris prays with him. That's strange.
I think Paris sometimes is a mad book these days.
Mad?
I saw him yesterday coming out of his house, and I bid him good morning. And he wept and went on his way. I think it is not well the village sees him so unsteady.
Perhaps he have some sorrow.
I think it'd be the cows, sir.
The cows?
Aye, there be so many cows wandering the high roads, now their masters are in the jails. And much disagreeing about who they belong to now. I know Mr. Ferris be arguing all yesterday with farmers. There's much contention, sir, about cows. Contention they can weep, sir. It were always man that weep for contention.
Good morning, Excellency. I beg your pardon for waking you so early. Judge Hawthorne.
Reverend Hale have no right to enter this.
Excellency, a moment. You leave him alone with the prisoners?
What is his business here?
Excellency, hear me. It is a providence. Reverend Hale has returned to bring Rebecca Nurse to God.
He bid her confess?
Excellency, hear me. Rebecca Nurse has not said a word to me this 3 months since she's been here. Now she sits with him, and her sister, and Martha Corey, and 2 or 3 others. And he bids with them, confess their crimes, and save their lives.
Why, this is indeed a providence. And they soften?
They soften? Not yet, not yet. But I thought to summon you anyway, that we might think on whether or not it'd be wise to. There's news, sir. News that the court must reckon. My niece. I believe she is vanished.
Vanished?
I thought to advise you earlier in the week, but I...
Hard to give a lie to dogs. I would have your forgiveness. I would have you see some honesty in it. Let them that never lie die now to save their souls. For me, it is fraud, a vanity that will not blind God nor save our children from the wind. What say you?
John, I should come to know that I forgive you. Will you forgive yourself? It's your soul, John. Only know this, for I know it now. Whatever you do, it's a good man that does it. Whenever my heart was through love, John, I have sins of my own to count. It takes a cold wife to prompt lecture me.
Enough.
Better you should know me, John.
I will not hear it. I know you.
You take my sins upon you.
No, I take my own.
I counted myself so plain, so poorly made that no honest love could come from me. Suspicion kissed you and I did. I never knew how I should say my love. In a cold house I had kept you.
What say you, John? The sun is soon up. Will you confess?
Do what you will. But let none be your judge. There be no higher judge under heaven than Proctor is. Forgive me, John. Forgive me. I never knew such goodness in the world.
I want my life.
You'll confess yourself.
I will have my life.
God be praised. It is a providence.
Would you ever give them this lie? Say it. Would you ever give them this? Not. If tongs of fire were singeing you, you would not. It is evil. Good then. It is evil. And I do it.
Praise to God. Praise to God. You'll be blessed in heaven for this. Come then, let us
I mean to deny nothing.
Then explain to me, Mr. Proctor, why you will not let...
Because it is my game! Because I cannot have another! Because I lie! and I sign myself to lies, because I am not worth the dust on the feet of them that hang. How may I live without my name? You have taken my soul. Leave me my name.
Mr. Proctor, is that document a lie? If it is a lie, I will not accept it. What say you? I will not deal in lies, mister. I will have your honest confession in my hand, or I cannot save you from the rope. What way do you go, man?
Marshal Proctor! And you will hang, you cannot.
Pray God it speaks some goodness in me. Give them no tear. Show them a heart of stone. Sink them with it.
But you fear nothing. There is another judgment waits us all.
Hang them high above the town. Them that weep for these, weep for corruption. Take them!